Hey, my planner friends. I'm coming to you with a pretty quick plan with me, though it didn't take me very quick. This spread actually took me quite some time because I colored all of my characters, as you're going to see here, with alcohol markers. So we're going to do it a bit differently just because I did want to color those characters. But let's start with the beginning. We are doing our tabs. Something I'm definitely going to be taking into my 2023 journal, using that infamous, what is it, 847, I believe, red marker. I believe that's the one, just to make this border. This is going to be a quite simple layout, as I am getting a little bit behind on on some things in life, obviously wrapping as it gets closer and closer to Christmas. As you can see, I have that lovely Christmas sweater on because I am doing this in just the few minutes that I have before jetting off to a Christmas party. Actually, this was last weekend that I filmed it, and I'm still just now getting to it. But you know what? This is a good spread to come out, just a few days before Christmas. We are using those amazing Sassy Club stamps that she came out with. These are inspired from the, like 80s. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Actually, I think Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was like 1960s, somewhere on there. But this was like a huge childhood favorite of mine. Of course, I think for a lot of 80s and 90s babies. And my kids can't stand it. And so I definitely am in all of my feelings about it. So I wanted all of the characters. I wanted Santa, Mrs. Claus. I wanted the snowman and the abominable snowman, all that kind of stuff. So I decided that I was going, instead of like the Grinch and putting them around the page, that I wanted them all lined up on the bottom there. But I also did want to color them with my alcohol markers instead of Crayolas. So I did decide I was going to take the time to stamp them out on some Nina White. I think this was the 110 pound actually Nina White paper. And if I'm talking gibberish to you, that is because I am a scrapbooker and starting to get into the card making business. That is on my other channel. I'll have that linked here below. I did not put the coloring in. Please let me know if in the future you guys would like the coloring left in, just because it does take quite some time. I think the coloring took me about an hour, but that's fine because it's just something I enjoy doing. So there's a little snippet of the Santa there. And like I mentioned in my post before, the alcohol markers did go through. You can see the Cindy Lou's little face there that did go through when I used my alcohol markers on the last page just as a tester. So I'm going to be doing the same type of thing, just using markers to put my headers in and using my white tips to go. So this has been a struggle for me. I keep on using that Tombow marker, knowing that my white gel pens do not write over this. I don't know what, I guess it's maybe because they're water-based. I'm not sure. And I know using my Futosuko pen, they do go over top of it. Again, I'm not sure. But bam, in the midst of YouTube, there are my little characters. They came out so great. I did color them pretty close to how they were in the movie. Oh, and here's my puppy dog that wants to always wants to be on my lap because I have a heated blanket on. So here I am trying to correct that. Never does get corrected. I try and use my Futosuko pen over top of the Tombow. That doesn't work. I even tried to get out my Carry Create pens, thinking like that might be able to. That doesn't work. I don't know. I see people writing over black ink all of the time, and I don't know if they're all just using the Futosuko. Josh, she told me how to pronounce this, and now I'm back to not pronouncing it well. Anyways, my white tips do go over this pen well. The problem with this pen is I use this pen so much that the ink, I legit run the ink right out of these pens. I did find a pack, though, of them, so I should just use them. And yeah, a lot of these were pretty dead because I used them for a Santa project, and use the crap ton out of them. But anyways, so you are going to see like those two, the white tip goes over fine. And then I switched to something else. It was a mess. Anyways. So, yep, just doing all those headers. I believe my headers are 12 spaces wide. Yeah. Again, kind of using the horizontal / vertical. This has been working out for me, but of course, when I go into my like every day when I'm getting back to working, I definitely will need to go back into a vertical type. Because as at Wednesday, you're going to see like I only had a few things, but I knew Wednesday I was not going to need a big to-do list because that is our cookie day and I needed just a few. But see how much that white pen does not show up on that Tombow, even though I go over it in the Fudusanuke, however you want to pronounce it. I use a Posca paint marker. Guys, I am on the struggle bus with this white. So it is what it is. All right. There isn't much more that we are going to do with the spread other than the headers, but I would love to know how you guys are doing with your planner. Have you set up your 2023 planner yet? Mine is about I have the future log and my the future log and my cover page. I'm going to work on that today. It is a process, guys. I always forget how much of a process it is to set up a new bullet journal sometimes. Though I enjoy it thoroughly, I love it. It is just a little bit more nerve-wracking when you are doing it on camera, I think. And I know that there's just so many ideas out there. So that is one thing that I am struggling with this season is I feel like I probably need to disconnect a little bit from social media and just get back into my own creativity. As much as social media gives you inspiration and ideas, it also can definitely kibosh all of that. Also is the best word I'm going to say for it. I'm struggling in my scrapbooking. Usually my December daily is at least halfway done. I have not even started day one. I feel like I'm just stuck and frozen and cannot, I don't know. I feel creative, but not like, I feel like I'm going to miss something or somebody's going to come out with a better idea as soon as I get that page done. I don't know. And if you're feeling like that in your bullet journal, which I'm also kind of feeling in my bullet journal, setting it up, try and disconnect. That is my best, thing, and just write ideas down on paper. Get them down on paper and out of your head. And that's kind of what I have been doing for my bullet journal. I have a post-it note full of things that I want to include in my bullet journal, and I just need to get it down. So as you can see, I'm still struggling with those black headers as I used the Carrie Creates pen, and that still did not work. I don't know why I didn't just stick to my other pen.